Happy Tuesday. How you doing? Yeah, it's 06:38. I've been up a couple hours. I hope you've been blessed. Today's question is, how do you legislate morality? I mean, our government passed a federal law that says you cannot text while you're driving. It's just not legal. Of course, I see plenty of cops doing it now and then, not all of them, but some. And then is it illegal to do voice to text? I mean, I usually wear Bluetooth. Is it illegal to do voice to text? Huh. It's legal to make a phone call, unless the city has a law against it. What's the difference between voice to text and a telephone call? Is it illegal to do an email while you're driving? Isn't that as bad or worse than texting? I don't know. Is that illegal? Laws just don't keep up with technology, people. It doesn't work. There's a lag time between technology and laws. Now what we're trying to do here is force people to obey the law, right? Force people to do what is common sense. Force people to do the right thing. Doesn't work too well sometimes. There's always unique circumstances that make people think, well, this doesn't apply. Once upon a time, judges made decisions. Well, I think he's guilty and I think he's not. I think he should go to prison for 10 years. And today we have judges that they don't make any decisions. They just say, well, this is what the law says. I'm keeping everyone straight. This is what the law says. And if the law doesn't say something, I mean, I had a judge in dealing with one of our children that the youngest of our adopted children was a habitual runaway. And the judge kept saying, every time, same judge, same juvenile court, if I see you in my court one more time, I'm going to throw the book at you. And I finally stood up and said, Your Honor, you say that every time. She said, if you say one more word, I'm going to throw the book at you. No, she said, I'll hold you in contempt of court. And I think I muttered something like, I already have contempt for your court. I don't think she heard that. I explained that it wasn't right if we had adopted this child in Colorado. We would have been treated then since we adopted her in Florida. And the judge says that's the law. So Colorado's got a law that says if a parent adopts a child here, we're going to treat them differently than if a parent adopts a child here and moves here. Judge says that's not right, but that's the law. Very frustrating. Speed limit, what does it mean? The minimum speed you should go, right? That's what most people would say, especially on the interstate. It isn't what those words mean, but that's how people behave. We set a law and say, this is the fastest speed that's safe. And people think, I can get away with this much over. Drinking and driving. We all know it isn't safe. Goodness sakes. Too many people think, I can handle it. No problem. There's a problem. What is the right moral obligation we have? Well, that's to treat others the way we'd want to be treated. If everyone did that, society would be great. Now, of course, I'm being a Pollyanna, optimistic, ridiculous idiot. It's not going to happen. That isn't the way human nature works. So there's no hope. One thing I know is every generation says of the younger generation, there's no hope. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Well, it is getting worse, people, and I'm not going to lie to you about it. But there is some hope. The hope that perhaps they would find a moral value system that would work. Here in Wyoming, I don't know about everywhere else, but the last 10 years or so, I've become very disabled. I don't walk very well. And I have young people that hold the door open for me sometimes while I take 20 steps. And for me, 20 steps is a slow process. But these young people hold the door open. And I say, thank you. No problem, sir. I see people holding the door open for a string of people coming in or out of a store or restaurant or something. Even if I'm not one of them, I tell them, thank you. My privilege, I like people that are polite. Here's a question to the Christians, because that's who I'm talking to mostly. Are you doing the right thing? Regardless of what the law says, what everyone else says, are you doing the right thing? That's between you and God. Bye.